Have new details tonight in an officer-involved shooting that killed a suspect earlier this month in Greenville County. All 4 deputies involved have now been cleared to return to work following state and internal investigations.
The sheriff, Steve Loftus, says deputies were carrying out a search warrant in the early morning of October the 11th when a man started shooting. This happened on Carver Road in Taylors. This is a look at where that is. Today, 7 News reporter Addie Hampton talked with the sheriff about protocol and why he says the shooting could not have been avoided.
Deputies are doing their job.
October 11th, around 2:30 a.m., Greenville County deputies returned to this building on Carver Road with a search warrant in hand. Hours earlier, on a call about a panic alarm, they found drugs, a man slumped in a car with drug paraphernalia, and a loaded gun outside the building. They also smelled pot, but weren't allowed in. Knowing there could be trouble inside, Sheriff Steve Loftus says his men couldn't ignore it.
Our responsibility is to protect life and property. Had we not thoroughly checked that place out, who knows what may have happened after we had left.
4 deputies approached, ordering people down on the ground, but Loftus says one man, Bernard Powers, pulled a gun and ran towards them.
This was a situation where the suspect made the decision to just start firing. And my deputies had no alternative.
They fired back 22 rounds, and Powers was killed.
The deceased suspect made the choice. Had he decided, if he had made the right decision, he would still be alive today.
Weeks after the shooting here on Carver Road in Taylors, the deputies involved are now back at work. And in the wake of extreme scrutiny on law enforcement across the country, Sheriff Loftus took time to answer some tough questions about the job the deputies had to do that very night.
Do you believe that there is anything that your deputies could have done to prevent the escalation of gunfire?
Absolutely not. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. When being fired upon, they eliminated the threat to protect themselves and the crowd of people that were around them.
Loftus credits the training of his people to handle situations by the book. He says that mentality has built the public's trust.
Citizens walking up to uniformed deputies, extending their hand and saying thank you for what you do. Thank you for putting your life on the line every day.
In Greenville, Addie Hampton, 7 News.
Sheriff Loftus says they believe the suspect's gunfire is also responsible for injuring a second person. He says that man is doing well.
Tonight.